Origination, paticca samuppada. Paticca samuppada, also known as dependent origination or dependent arising, is one of the most important teachings in Buddhism. It explains how life, suffering, and rebirth come to be and how they can end. The Buddha taught this concept to help people understand the nature of existence and to show the way to liberation we call Nibbana. Although it may look difficult at first, with simple words and examples, we can understand the meaning clearly. Meaning of paticca samuppada. The Pali term paticca samuppada is made up to two words. Paticca means because of or dependent upon. Samuppada means arising or originating. So, paticca samuppada means arising depending on causes and conditions. It shows that nothing exists by itself or without reason. Everything arises due to other things. This is also known as the principle of cause and effect. The Buddha said, Imasmin sati idang hoti, imassa uppada idang uppajjati. Imasmin asati idanna hoti, imassa nirodha idang nirujjati. This means, when this is, that is, with the arising of this, that arises, when this is not, that is not, will the ceasing of this, that ceases. This is the core idea of paticca samuppada, the 12 links of dependent origination. The paticca samuppada is usually explained using 12 links. Each link idea to be next forming a cycle. These links describe the process of birth, life, suffering, death, and rebirth. Here are the 12 links. Avidya, ignorance. Sanskara, volitional formations. Vijnana, consciousness. Namarupa, mind and body. Siyasthana, 6 sense bases. Phasa, contact. Vedana, feeling. Tanha, craving. Upadana, clinging. Bhava, becoming. Jati, birth. Jaramarana, aging and death. Avidya, ignorance. Ignorance is not allowing the truth of life. It means not understanding the Four Noble Truths, karma, rebirth, and the nature of the mind and body. Because of ignorance, we do wrong actions and continue in samsara, the cycle of birth and death. Example, a person who doesn't understand the harmful effects of anger may get angry often and hurt others. This leads to suffering for themselves and others. Sanskara, volitional formations. There are two thoughts, decisions, and mental actions made with intention. Because of ignorance, people create karmic actions, good or bad or neutral, through body, speech, and mind. These actions leave behind karma results. Example, out of ignorance, someone may lie to gain something. That volitional actions creates karma. Vijnana, consciousness. This is the awareness of knowing aspect of the mind. It is rebirth link in consciousness, which arises at the moment of conception, is a new life due to past karma. Example, just as a seed gives rise to a new plant, karma gives rise to a new life through consciousness. Nama Rupa, mind and body. Nama means mental factors like feelings, perception, intention, contact, and attention. Rupa means physical form or body. Together they form the living being. Consciousness leads to the arising of a mind-body combination. Example, a baby in the womb has both mind and body growing together. Six senses bases. These are six sense organs: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. Because of the body and mind, the sense beings bases arise. These allow contact with the world. Example, with eyes we see forms, with ears we hear sounds, with mind we think. Contact. When a sense base, an object, and consciousness come together, contact occurs. Contact is the meeting of the sense base, object, and consciousness. Example, when you look at a flower, your eye, the flower, and eye consciousness meet. This is a contact. Vedana, we call feeling. Because of contact, feeling answers. Feeling can be pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. The feeling is what we experience in daily life. Example, when you hear sweet music, you feel pleasure. When you hear noise, you feel discomfort. Tanha, craving. When we experience pleasant feelings, we crave for more. When we experience unpleasant feelings, we crave to avoid them. This craving causes us to become attached. Example, enjoying a delicious meal and wanting to eat more of it again is craving. Wanting to escape pain is also craving. Clinging, we call upadana. Craving leads to clinging or a long attachment. We cling to things, people, ideas, and even to our sense of self. Clinging makes our craving stronger and deeper. Example, being overly attached to person or object and feeling unhappy when we lose it is clinging. Bhava, becoming. Clinging causes becoming. This means we create the conditions for future existence, rebirth. Our actions, desires, and mental habits shape our next life. Example, a person who clings to wealth may be born in a life where they can continue chasing mental pleasures. Birth we call jati. Because of becoming rebirth takes place, birth here means the arising of the five aggregates: form, feeling, perception, volition, consciousness is a new existence. Example, a baby is born due to the karma and causes from the past. Aging and death we call jara marana. Once born, we must grow, all fail sick and die. Aging and death bring suffering like sorrow, pain, grief, and despair. These complete the cycle of suffering. Example, all beings who are born must one day die. This is the law of impermanence. Understanding the cycle. This cycle repeats again and again. It is like wheel turning endlessly. Because of ignorance and craving, we go from one life to another, experiencing suffering. But if we remove ignorance, the first link, the rest of the link will also fall apart. This is how we can end the cycle of suffering. Breaking the cycle. To stop this cycle and achieve liberation, we must remove avidya through wisdom. Practice the noble eightfold path, understanding the four noble truth. When ignorance is destroyed, volitional actions stop and the whole chain collapses. This leads to the end of birth and rebirth. Two aspects of paticca samuppada. There are two ways to see the process: forward downward, anuloma paticca samuppada, from ignorance to aging and death. Reverse order, patiloma paticca samuppada, from ending ignorance to ending aging and death. By studying it is reverse, we learn how to escape suffering. Practical examples. Let's understand dependent origination with a simple real life example. Anger. You don't understand that anger is harmful. You choose to speak harsh words. You become conscious of your anger. Your body tenses and your mind is upset. Your senses react to the situation. To hear harmful words from another person, you feel insulted. You crave revenge. You hold on to the anger. You act out in anger. You create bad consciousness. You create bad consequences in life. You suffer emotionally and mentally. This shows how one moment of ignorance leads to suffering. Importance in Buddhist practice. The Buddha said that understanding paticca samuppada is the key to understanding the Dhamma. It helps us see the cause of suffering, understanding how karma and rebirth work, know the way to end suffering. It teaches us that life is not created by a god or chance. Everything arises based on causes. We have the power of change our future by changing our present. Comparison with the Four Noble Truths. There is a deep connection between paticca and the Four Noble Truths. Four Noble Truths dependent origination. Suffering